Hey guys, Andrew here, and this week we'll be talking about charges. Since our recent Twin Cannon Turbo deck profile, it's inspired us to do a DM discussion video on charges and what they have to offer to the game. Now charges were first introduced in the DM7 set, Standard Charge of Ultra Destruction. Quite a forgettable set, but did bring us cards like Apocalypse Vice, Quick Pylon, Hopeless Vortex, Cryptic Totem, and of course, charges. Now when talking about charges themselves, the most unique aspect about them is that they act as mana acceleration. This can be really beneficial for some mid-range or control decks that don't run nature, but really want to ramp up into those key turns, or in the case of our Twin Cannon Turbo deck, play both charges and nature mana acceleration. The major drawback of these cards is the expensive cost to effect ratio. For example, Corpse Charger, which has the effect of Dark Reversal, but costs 2 mana more. So I like to think of these cards as an investment. You sacrifice a bit of power now for an explosive turn later on. Now for the charges themselves, I've devised a tier list of all the charges from the TCG, ranging from S tier, which is basically splashable in any deck, to D tier, which is utter garbage and there is absolutely no use for them. And what better way to start things off than Boomerang Comet, which is a charger before charges existed. Too bad he's utter garbage. D tier. Rapid Fire Round. Energy Charger D tier. Lightning Charger D tier. Lunar Charger D tier. Mulch Charger D tier. Root Charger D tier. Reptile Charger D tier. Now here's where things get a little more interesting. These cards are still bad, however they do have very niche applications that could be okay. For example, Muscle Charger avoids the dumpster bin by being able to not only buff one creature, but all of your creatures. Also, it gives a respectable 3k power boost, which is enough to kill off most early to mid-game creatures. Just compare this to Energy Charger, and wow, some of these cards are really bad. Too bad there isn't a good time to play this, as you will need a few creatures on the board already for this to be effective. So you can't play this in the early game, but then again, it's a charger, so you do want to play it in the early game. It's a catch-22 here, so that makes it not good any stage of the game. Next, this charger has an okay effect, but you would rather just play Sundrop Armor. Plus, playing a 6 mana charger is kind of pointless, as at that point the mana acceleration aspect of charges is completely useless. Same problem with Abduction Charger. Good effect, but way too expensive. Mind Charger, on the other hand, suffers from the fact that you're helping your opponent, and since he gets to use his mana first, this card is terrible. Might be a budget option for Natural Snare though. Now with those out of the way, finally we get to the good stuff. Well, playable stuff. Eureka Charger takes the sole spot of B tier, as being a card that's unplayable by itself. For example, you wouldn't just put 4 of these into any deck, but decks that rely on a powerful turn 6, such as say Crystal Lancer or Fighter Dual Fang, this could be pretty useful. Also, combo this with Essence Elf and it actually becomes pretty good. Basically, 2 mana draw a card. Corpse Charger makes it to A tier for being the go-to card if you're looking for some graveyard retrieval. This card can combo well with mana retrieval cards such as Flood Valve and an infinite loop with Thrashcrawler. as you can Thrashcaller back your Corpse Charger, and then when Thrashcaller dies, you can get it back with Corpse Charger, and rinse and repeat. It's super annoying to play against, especially in the later stages of the game. Slash Charger, on the other hand, is a card that I've been wanting to talk about for a long time now. It's cheap enough for the mana acceleration effect to be really useful. Also, its effect can sometimes just outright win you the game. Imagine your opponent plays a deck that revolves around Bolmedius, which he plays 1 or 2 copies of. You can Slash Charger them away, essentially getting rid of his win condition. Not to mention the ability to look at what else your opponent's playing. And if you're really good, you can even guess what shields he has, or even better, cards in his hand. And lastly, Volcano Charger. I think at this point we've sung enough praise for this card, but it just really goes to show just how good we think this card is. This card always has a target during the early stages of the game. It can save you from multiple shields, from more aggressive decks, while at the same time ramping you up so you can take control earlier. It really has become one of our sleeper OP cards that we originally thought was not too good. And that's it. That's our tier list for Duel Master Chargers. Overall, I think Chargers were a great addition to the game that adds a lot of diversity and brought mana acceleration beyond the nature civilization. Also give Volcano Charger a try. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys next week. As always, this is Andrew, and you're watching The Gauntlet.